Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fit and fine. So dear students, as you know that yesterday we were discussing footprints without feet in my last video, summary and short answer type questions from various years question papers we have already discussed in the last video. Today we are going to discuss long answer type questions which have been asked in various years board examination question papers. Apart from those questions, we will also be discussing some more important questions. Okay, so whatever the questions are being discussed in the videos, you must note them down and do the written practice. Without written practice, you won't be able to write well in the examination. So let's begin. Let me show you the questions and their answers on your screen and discuss the same. Long answer, value based type questions. Earlier they were asked for 8 marks, but from this year CBSE has made some changes, so they will be asked for 5 marks. Question number 1. Griffin was not a true scientist as he misused his scientific discovery. Illustrate this point by giving 2 incidents from the story. So, a true scientist is a law-abiding person. A scientist is also called a natural philosopher. Griffin was not a true scientist as he did not use his discovery of how to make himself invisible for good uses. He lost control of himself and behaved like a criminal. First, he set fire to his landlord's house and ran away. Then he stole food without paying for it in a London store. Besides, he robbed the owner of a theatrical company and stole money from the clergyman's desk. Now, question number 2. Describe the landlord's and his wife's experience with a strange scientist. It has been asked in CBSE examination 2016. So both Mrs. Hall and her husband were surprised to find the scientist's room door open because normally it was always locked. So they peeped in surprised to find the scientist's room door open. Sorry, let me start from the beginning. Both Mrs. Hall and her husband were surprised to find the scientist's room door open because normally it was always locked. So they peeped in but found nobody there. The clothes and bandages that he always wore were laying about the room. Suddenly, Mrs. Hall heard a sniff close to her ear and the hat on the bedpost leaped up and dashed itself into her face. Then the bedroom chair sprang into the air and pushed them both. Let me go through once again what is happening again and again. I am mixing up the lines. Some lines are not written here, typed here properly. It's a typing mistake. So sorry, extremely sorry for the same. Let me go through the whole answer once again. Both Mrs. Hall and her husband were surprised to find the scientist's room door open, because normally it was always locked. So they peeped in, surprised to find the scientist's room door open. So they peeped in, but found nobody there. The clothes and bandages that he always wore were laying about the room. Suddenly, Mrs. Hall heard a sniff close to her ear, and the hat on the bedpost leaped up and dashed itself into her face. Then the bedroom chair sprang into the air and pushed them both out of the room. And then appeared a slam and locked the door after them. Mrs. Hall became hysterical and almost fell down the stairs. She thought that the furniture was haunted. They decided to confront the scientist next time when they met him. Question number 3. What impression do you form of Griffin after reading the lesson Footprints Without Feet? Griffin was a brilliant scientist, as he discovered a drug due to which his body became transparent as a sheet of glass after swallowing it. This made him invisible, but he was a lawless person of his misdeeds. He became a homeless wanderer without clothes and money. He was an introvert with a desire for solitude. He was always seeking adventure, being fond of mysterious things. However, he was unscrupulous as he robbed various people to finance his work. Besides, he got angry very quickly, which caused him to become a fugitive. Question number 4. If somehow you discovered how to become invisible, how would you use the opportunity? It has been asked in 2015. If I discovered how to become invisible, it's just a model answer. You have to rewrite the answers on your own. If I discovered how to become invisible, I would use this opportunity to punish all those people who cause trouble to others for their own selfish motives. I would catch them and hand them over to the police without letting them know that I was behind them. I will also help the law enforcing agencies when they conduct raids on criminal hideouts, as I will be able to move in the open without fear of being seen. So this will help the people of the country to become more law-abiding citizens. Okay, so it's all about this chapter. Now we are going to discuss an analytical paragraph which will be there in your next revision test. analytical paragraph. Writing an analytical paragraph. So we have discussed many times about analytical paragraph, so you all know how to write. Even though I have seen in your revision test some of you are making mistakes, so I'm going to tell you the format how we should write an analytical paragraph. So let's begin. The question on analytical paragraph will be given in the form of data. It may be a pie chart, a bar graph, or any information. You have to decode the information, and the way they have been mentioned in the question, in the same sequence you will have to develop it into a paragraph. Informations will be given in the form of chart, bar graph, histograph, it is in mathematics, or any diagram, or any information will be there. And suppose data of the students who are wasting their times on smartphones and others, those who are utilizing their time, so opinion were gathered regarding the same. So such data will be shown, how much people are in favor of the students, those who are using the mobile, and how many are not in favor of those. So thus their opinion will be given in the question, and you will have to decode all the information and develop into a paragraph. I'll show you the solved example on your screen, don't worry about that. So let us discuss how to write an analytical paragraph. So first, most of the students asked whether we should give the title or not. So in an analytical paragraph, title is not required. This is the first thing. Second thing, you should write analytical paragraph in one paragraph only, in which introduction and details regarding what is given in the question and conclusion, these things will be given, but only in one paragraph. It will be written in single paragraph. It doesn't mean that it will be written in 3 paragraphs. An analytical paragraph is written in one paragraph. Okay, so let me show you some solved examples on your screen so that you can understand it in a better way. So see the notes. I have shown you this note many times. An analytical paragraph is a form of descriptive writing which is written on the basis of a given chart, graph, data, outline, clues, table, etc. It requires analysis and comparison of the given facts and drawing conclusion based on the given data. When writing an analytical paragraph, one should remember to describe the facts in the best possible manner and cover the information provided. The paragraph must use clear and crisp language, along with providing complete details of the data provided in the question. Now, features of an analytical paragraph. It describes the given chart, table, data, graph, cues, etc. It should be brief and comprehensive, but at the same time include complete information. It should state the facts that are provided. It should have simple and accurate language. It should mention figures and quantities appropriately. It should use the same tense throughout as far as possible. It should not provide any personal observation or response. It should preferably use the passive form of the verb. Format of an analytical paragraph. The content of the paragraph must include the following: introduction, explain in one or two lines the context or what is clearly evident from the chart or graph. Body of the paragraph, explain in detail the figure and trends, making comparisons and contrasts. Next, conclusion. Give the overall view of summary of the chart or graph. Points to remember: we must not include any personal opinions, conclusions, or observations, but simply stick to the facts. We must choose wisely the information or the important information, organize it well, state the correct facts, and summarize it properly. For introduction, we can start with phrases such as: the chart given above describes, the given table suggests, the line graph shows, the data given provides information about, the pie chart illustrates, etc. For body of the paragraph, we should organize the information well. We should look for the large differences that are very prominent. We can mention the aspect which is the smallest or the largest in the given data. Any aspect that is similar should be mentioned next. We should further mention about the aspect that has remained unchanged or is constant throughout. If the chart or table mentions two different groups, we should refer to both of them in the paragraph. If there is any contrast or comparison that could be drawn, we must present it effectively. If the chart is about a particular time period or highlights trends of several years, we should mention about each year in a concise manner. If any comparison or contrast can be made for 2 or more years, we should write about that too. For describing the pattern of growth, we can use words and phrases like rapidly, doubled, skyrocketed, striking increase, peaked, soared, declined, plummeted, leveled off, stagnated, fluctuating, starting to rise, starting to fall, drop down, slightly, etc. Mentioning quantities. When include numbers and figures, the accuracy must be ensured. Quantities can be described in a manner of ways such as percentage, fraction, etc. For describing quantities, we can also use words and phrases like one third of, nearly one fourth of, majority, on an average, twice as much, almost equal, the highest, the lowest, approximately, etc. For establishing relationship or contrast, we can make use of words like phrases like similarly, in contrast with, in comparison to, however, whereas, as opposed to, while, a striking difference, a noticeable difference, etc. For conclusion, we may use words and phrases like overall, subsequently, in all, in a nutshell, in short, therefore, etc. Okay, now let us go through some solved examples, some sample questions. Question number 1. The given line graph provides information about changes the birth and death rates in New Zealand between 1901 and 2101. Between 1901 and 2101, write an analytical paragraph summarizing the information and make comparisons where relevant in about 100 to 120 words. So this is the line graph. After going through this line graph, you will have to decode what is given in the line graph. So you need not to give the title, and it should be written in one paragraph. The graph shows changes in the birth and death rates in New Zealand since 1901 and forecasts trends till 2101. Between 1901 and 2041, 1901 and 2041, the birth rate has been constantly higher than the death rate, as you can see in the graph. Okay. Letter it stood at 20,000 in 1901 at the start of this period and started increasing gradually after that. It reached to its peak of around 65,000 in 1961, as you can see here in the graph. So whatever the information is given in the graph, you will have to explain, elaborate. Later, since then, the birth rate has fluctuated between 50,000 to 60,000. Look at the graph. So this way you have to decode the information as given in the given in the data. It can be in the form of line graph, bar graph, double bar graph, and pie chart, etc. It is expected to decline in the coming years, reaching approximately 40,000 in 2101. Even contrast, the death rate stood at around 10,000 in 1901 and has increased steadily after that. It is expected to rise strikingly from 2021 before leveling off to the year 21,001. Sorry, 2101. Sorry. The graph shows a huge gap between birth rate and death rate from 1961 to 2001. However, this gap is expected to reduce in the later years. Overall, as opposed to the prevailing trends, the death rate will be reversed and will be more than the birth rate in the latter part of this country. Now, second question, question number 2. The given chart shows the division of household tasks by gender in Great Britain. Write an analytical paragraph describing the chart in not more than 100 to 120 words. This is the question in which you can see the chart. You can also take the screenshot. You have to decode the information given here and develop them into a paragraph. Write them into a paragraph. So the chart provides information about the division of household tasks by gender in Great Britain and the number of minutes per day spent by both males as well as females in doing various tasks. On an average, women spent approximately 4 hours doing the household tasks, whereas men spent less than 2.5 hours for the same. The task on which women spend more time than men include cooking, cleaning the house, taking care of the children, and laundry. In doing all these tasks, women spent approximately 200 minutes, which is almost 3 times the time spent by men in accomplishing these tasks. So as you have seen in the graph, same information you will have to decode. Before writing, you must make the points. Pre-writing strategy helps us a lot. So whatever has been shown in this paragraph, you should note them down. Okay, so these are just model answers. After going through them, you should write all the answers in your own words. Okay, so rest you can go through, you can take the screenshot, but you must rewrite all the answers in your own words. This is the graph, this is the question. Okay, and the graph on the data in the form of graph, bar graph is given here. You will have to decode the data and express. Now question number 3. The given pie chart shows proportion of people from different households living in a state of poverty in the UK in the year 2002. Write an analytical paragraph based upon the information provided in about 100 to 120 words. So this is the information. This is information is given in the form of pie chart here. Okay, after going through the information, you will have to develop a paragraph. So these are the solved examples which you must go through. Let me show you once again the whole question number 3rd. This is the question number 3rd. You can take the screenshot, and this is the data which is given in the form of pie chart, and it has been solved here, but you must practice in your own words. Question number 4. The following table shows details about the different internet activities for 6 categories of people according to different age groups. Study the table and write an analytical paragraph based upon it about 100 to 120 words. So here internet activities are given in the form of table. You will have to go through the table and then express the into paragraph. All informations will be given in the form of paragraph. And dear students, it is very important to know that how to write an analytical paragraph. It should be in single paragraph. You must go through all the questions which are being discussed here and rewrite all the answers. So thank you students for watching this video. See you tomorrow.